ke lagi. Mau selesaiin dulu nih biar besok at least gua nggak bingung kalau komisinya sudah ganti ke itu sih Fontaine at least harus jam 3 gitu kan sudah ganti ya agak susah ya lah beneran loh beneran loh ada.
Ooh, what's in here? Maybe a growth serum?
The wind knows me.
Sini ini lanjutnya tadi ya tentang apa orang-orang dalamnya
It is
mafia yang
Please excuse.
Thank you for arranging everything for us. Excuse me, miss.
yang ternyata kurang ajar semua ini.
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time. After what happened...
If it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rusula sent us a lot of mora and support. I understood your guilt and apology to be genuine.
Are you kidding me? You can say that not genuine
Aren't
after
all of those things
all of
nothing
this.
compared to the loss of Jacques?
You don't understand it.
I didn't know how to face you. Because I didn't know what I could possibly bring as a I know. Only the full truth could bring...
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to care on the matter regarding my husband. My daughter and...
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe...
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again. He had many regrets, and felt that he took the idea of providing for his family too literally. For the longest time, he thought Mora was everything. So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he tried to be as careful as he could.
They found out about...
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell. I don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callis had always taken great care of, even if he fired the shot that killed my husband. It was likely in self-defense. It is impossible.
But Mama, why is Papa still the bad guy? Papa always wanted to be a good man. So why did he have to do a bad thing in the end?
Well, things aren't always as they seem. You still feel like your papa was a good man, right?
Yeah, Papa was a really good man. The best in the whole world.
Anything,
Then you should hold on to that. If a good
apapun
man
itu orang-orang
had to do a
bilang,
bad thing,
papamu
then he
jelek.
must have had his
Oh,
reasons.
tetap akan bilang papamu
Regardless
itu
of
yang
whether
terbaik.
he left you a parasol or a sword. He must have done so to give you a better life.
Oh,
Thank you for everything you've told me.
Kebanyakan seperti itu sih.
I will definitely find...
Thank you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is...
You really think that's the first...
are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Laurent should be nearby, and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city. I'll get myself together on the way, so please don't worry.
Nah,
Time to go.
ya elah. Chestnut.
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House. Someone got turned into water.
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic, I'm sure journalists will milk it for all it's worth.
It also reminded me, on the day that the incident happened with after my partner here put the dots together for me, I think, can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened?
Let me think. Mr. Callis was feeling pretty upbeat that day. So he was drinking and bantering away. After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So we let him go without thinking much of it. Who knew that we would hear 2 gunshots ring out right at... My first reaction was that Mr. Callis's life was in danger. So I grabbed my holster, but when I got there, it was already too late. Mr. Callis was standing over a dead...
So you also remember too.
Indeed. The guard said that the first shot didn't hit anyone, while the second killed Jacques. But reason being, Mr. Callis had left his gun on the table. I even made sure, but according to the guards, that doesn't... About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned. Do you think there was a third person there who was turned into water?
At least from our perspective, the gun he was holding, probably...
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But hold on. If that's what had happened, he didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine. Did he lose all faith in the courts? After...
About that, Malus told me a thing or two. So, I'll tell you everything, once the...
I understand. And if I may just say one more thing. Many people have laughed at me, but it was Mr. Callis's trust, no matter what others might...
Don't worry. You and all our other comrades at the Spina...
Alah. Di dalam air itu lebih susah lihatnya sih. Wah, banyak banget hal yang bisa dilihat. Wow, that's so deep. My God. Go down. Okay. Nothing is in here. Go up. Okay. Nothing's. Alright. Where we are. Oh. Data. Yeah. Oh shit.
Suffocate. That tingle? That tingle?
Quietly now. Fallen leaves. Adorn my knife!
Such a victim. The wrong test subject.
Ada satu orang di situ ya.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Oh nggak bisa tangkap. Coba.
Looks kinda cozy in here. Nap time!
Oh nangis gue kan.
Make my escape.
Okay. How I can get there?
Follow the wind.
Okay, sorry. Okay, go. Nyala jalan buntu nak. Terus hanya excuse side dan 20 at least. And it is so far away. Jauh banget ya. Kan lagi rame ya biasanya. Oh, anjir, saya kan gugur itu. Oh, teknik veteran. Sakit cuy, ya. Akhirin lah gitu. Kasian. Saya juga digangguin sih. Oke, ada kunci di sini. Kayaknya apaan? Aroma time. Serius depan. Gua buka dulu lah ya. Kayak main dalamnya. Oh, gue nggak mungkin kesini lagi gua. Oh, ada masuk ini. Dah. Ya kita kembali ke sini aja. Nggak tahu gue kemana dah. Selesaiin dulu aja ini. Thierry.
Hey, Thierry, it's me.
Oh, now.
Oh, so you've got news.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth?
I mean, where Callus did a fantastic job running the town. It would be next to impossible. Anyway, enough.
Ah, yes. What happened at the Opera House?
I get it. You think if you want to go through the original files from your
That'd be much appreciated.
Of course. Without why do you ask?
Well, you see, just recently. So, if you hypothetically wanted to do something.
If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. If you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef would just... Removing a serial number is also not as easy as you might think. So I can promise you, they're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich.
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Jokes aside, I'd like to... I'll be staying in the city for a little while.
Saya bingung sih statementnya dia. Apa lo mau terjun, Ri? Langsung. Wah, tenang.
How may I help you? I'm here to see Marcel. Could you please... Sure. I will let...
Marcel.
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Marcel. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened in the
Yes, I've never...
Oh, you were at the...
That's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show. Who knew it would turn into... I also witnessed your marvelous sleuthing work. Quite to beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her own turf. I can already imagine everyone in Fontaine discussing...
Oh, Paimon doesn't want to become the talk of drunk...
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation. Everyone loves drama and theatrics.
Uncle Marcel, you've also noticed that other thing, right? The fact that humans can dissolve in water?
Yes. I was reminded of your father's case right away. Is that...
Exactly. I still don't have much solid proof.
Oh, and...
We were attacked on Arrhenius by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the If not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even...
Oh, you're giving us too much credit.
Alas, it seems things are heating up again. But rest assured, Navia. Poisson, if anyone dares to lay their hands on you there, the Confrérie of Cabrières...
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. Do you have any new thoughts on my...
About that. The Confrérie was responsible for... Then I heard the sound of a gunshot, and the...
Oh, it's okay. No...
Sounds good. Just let me... All my wealth comes from
attack.
I'm out of here.
We've talked to all 3 suspects. Purely based.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
Yeah.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single conversation's all that's needed to find them anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough, let's still compile.
But where should we start? Ah, you're right. Flora mentioned that Callus probably only ended up with the gun because of circumstance.
According to Jacques' family members, he already told them that he had been discovered, and that he had no choice before he left home that... If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth boss to kill my father. Had he refused, he and his family...
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Ooh, that's a good point. Jacques probably already knew that he was just being used as a tool for murder. And once he had completed his mission, he'd be a...
So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn his back on the order and seek protection. Makes sense. But without evidence, besides Jacques, the attack from the Gardamex has been bothering. It's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the secret of the primordial seawater.
Do you think he knew, even then, that we'd followed...
Given everything that's happened since, it's quite But who among the 3 suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex? Thierry, you say? Huh. But I didn't feel like he was lying when he was talking.
Yeah. Had he actually tampered with the mecha, we'd be able to... If the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find out.
Uncle Marcel? And with funds from the Confrérie, he could... Still really hard. Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of mora and energy to fight him? Flora? But Spina di Rosula's advice...
So you're saying he's too
Exactly. He can't. Who could it be?
Uncle Marcel.
If you think everything through...
Could we be missing other suspects?
Malus, the suspect, is knowledgeable. Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes. Malus, we need far more solid...
Navia, here you are. I've been looking...
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the...
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left. We've got...
Wasn't that place built specifically?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartaglia.
What?
Yeah, we know him.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. It's a...
Wait, how? None of our
That's what I thought was strange about it, so I came to tell you, if the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guard...
Right, because they'll think they've already...
Yeah, and it'll be a lot harder than to...
I understand.
Let's split up.
Split up? What do you mean? Since this is a you're right. This is a... I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be up to...
We'll help you, just like you have...
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Malus, Silver, when did you...
We heard that it's our hope that...
Thank you.
See you then!
Oke. Ternyata child trial gara-gara dituduh. Lol,
Now that
kalau
Navia has set
keadaannya
out for
pinjam lagi.
Erinias, we should also get going. The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over. Huh. According to Malus's info, the synth production base is underwater. Let's go and try to find the entrance.
Kenapa tu rasa kecil? Anda.
Finally found it! Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth. Your Navia's.
It would appear that I must repeat my... Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even... However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their... In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champ. I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This isn't...
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the op. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learned...
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going... In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again.
That case had nothing to do with him. You... Huh? What's going on?
Why is she
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only... But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol.
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless... We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the... And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default.
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia, who...
That person is... Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Huh? What confrérie? Never heard of them.
I've heard of them, but weren't they...
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge, and if the charge fails to...
Yes.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss members of the guards. Mr. Marcel, you will not...
Apologies, sir. It all just... I think an attorney won't be necessary.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now...
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago. To the... Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can...
Navia, do you really think that I was... Come on. Why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember both you. If that's enough to make me a suspect.
I think there's no point in getting it.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory about that case before
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
Nothing else.
On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by... During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun. The guards' investigation did not recover any other... The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and Callus was defeated by champion JUGA. These are the known facts.
the one with the motive to kill. After that, the... Thank you for... However, we should... The testimony of the however, unfortunately... This assassin... A pile of... But since it... Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
Wih. Dua banding 0 nih.
Ah, so that's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as...
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques'
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime.
Ah, but I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact...
Then, may I ask some questions? 1. Do you have the
I'm afraid not.
Boo! If you don't...
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record, we should be able to find him. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would...
Why do I feel like...
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing her.
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after...
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed, then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at least mounted a...
I thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt the dissolving power of water from the primordial sea. My father could have exposed it for all to see. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the... What was certain, however, was that...
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had...
What? If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter, but what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect... Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no... But by staying silent, we retained the ability to deter our opponent. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore my father...
So, you mean to say, your father and...
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need is to... I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do... But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should...
So, during the duel, did...
Yes, as a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of in my line of work. I've seen all kinds of people give just one look and I can tell if a duel. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus never
Since that's your testimony, I have no more.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the
Right? What she said was fascinating, but...
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearance?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, they planned to act after hearing. And at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being. The culprit could only time their actions so precisely if, coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet.
So that's why you suspected me. I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive...
No need to appeal to Patho.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both? On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely...
Know what she can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with... Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considered. Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning?
I suppose you're gonna tell me.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business. But the disappearance is.
I do apologize,
No, it's not.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? You can also take a look at my border entry records. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
Seems like she got the wrong guy. At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accused.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father, but aren't you going against all of his... He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong...
This isn't just about me. And the biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still... The people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse. Many people's images. And whose image... Is it a man named... Oh, so you do know that...
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name...
I was waiting for you to...
Wait, gua selesaiin dulu nih domainnya. Biar aku dapat bukti. Ayo ajar boleh. What the heck? Tepuk ya otak anjir. Apa itu? Oke, sorry. Oh, party setup. Okay.
Busted. One with nature. One with wind and cloud.
Whoa! The floor is going up! Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
Okay, nothing. Oh, that's cool.
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
Oh, mechanismnya di bawah nih.
is rising. Now we can swim to the top. But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
Come on.
Into the wind.
Time for a light show.
Wow, baru cuy.
The wind knows me.
No.
Oke. Ada buku ya? Naik lagi. Ya, semua dong.
Now the path is clear. Let's go.
Masih yang lewat bawah ya. Wah, cepat daripada lewat dulu.
Take it easy. Quietly now. Clouds high. The birds
Goes the ship down.
Here comes the catch. Take it easy.
After all that, though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here. That's right.
Yeah.
What's all this? Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box. Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all these cute things? Huh? You mean the girls from... And then they were... And all the boxes of things. These names... Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water. That means this is where they make all this. If you dilute it, Paimon will take notes.
Tamagotchi what the pool.
Let's see what's written. Callus, Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an. This should prove the existence of the third person, right? We still have not determined. The old dog's a real menace to. He can act whenever he wants to. I concur. Let's send someone. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups. What's this over here? Looks like some kind of experiment number. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Sorry, traveler. Paimon will try her best. How can someone write something that terrible and you read the rest? Paimon's too scared to keep going. So that's why. Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. You mean Varcher is the one who did all of these... experiments? So that's it? No, that's not it either! If that's the case, in any case... Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the... Mixing in progress. Ready to... Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth? Yep!
Shinte. Kayak di Indonesia tuh ada juga namanya narkoba tuh Shinte.
We haven't found anything that reveals... No wonder even Nervalette wasn't able to find anything. That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera... Sure thing. You take that. Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either.
Snack mana? Snack again.
Really? Let Paimon see. Venier. Isn't that Varcher's love? Then... Aw. It's just...
What the heck is that?
So many! Oh, the final name's Marcel. Wait, but Marcel's pretty old.
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named... Oh, so you...
I've merely
I was waiting...
Navia! We're back!
As expected of my partner.
Just how often do you intend to fight the rules of this?
It's all right, Monsieur Nervalette. Given their confidence, I...
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always spent...
Huh?
We've investigated your lair, and we already know after your lover, Venier, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her... You even created Marcel as a new identity, and destroyed...
So that's it. Even the villains in opera... And with that, Marcel's moat...
This information regarding your past... well, Marcel... You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away. So, you never noticed how he changed.
You also never understood, bosses.
Or our determination to...
Your determination...
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself.
Do you think... Do you really... Pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with me? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, they said there's no way a human being... Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of... Venier is dead! We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes. But I'm not from this blasted place! So...
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve! Do you all see? I can't go! I can't follow! I did all of that. And in the end, that accursed callous... I spent my entire life living...
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come in yet, please, Vinny.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show...
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guard.
Okay.
The man now known as Marcel was originally named Varcher and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover. During an underwater expedition, Vignier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Varcher as a result. Varcher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to cover his tracks. He invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in... During the course of his research, Varcher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research, after exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Varcher decided to... Although the assassination did not... And just recently, Varcher... However, his attempt to frame nihh failed. Thus concludes the enigma. The Oratrice will now deliver the final...
Sekali berhasil mengetahui sebuah
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Varcher guilty.
Guards! Take Varcher.
Good. It's what he...
With that,
We really just witnessed...
Yippee! We have He's heard so many Huh? Are you okay?
Demoiselle, you were...
The day our late boss had always hoped...
Yeah. See, Papa?
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way...
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
What now? None of this...
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding...
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time...
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right?
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct... The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charge. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to... According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse... Guilty.
What?
Hey! That's not funny! What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine...
Huh? This has never happened before.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger? Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted...
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case.
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the... Guards, please take the suspect into custody per court protocol.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
Probably going on down.
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Keren keren keren. Child sangar sih, cuman nggak tahu Neville tuh salah sana.
Hey, Monsieur Novelette, what's going on?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception, all I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Why are you look? I don't
Archon
know what
Archon
happened there either.
Hey,
stop staring at me!
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has no idea either, but
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not?
My dearest citizens, don't tell me. You thought even I had been...
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious.
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. And, of course, if you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances, everything he's done, not to mention all shall be revealed. Now, having said that, although
So she chose to make her
So you're saying...
She probably just put on that performance to save face. As for the... However, please be assured that
All right. Even though, after all...
Oh, Farina. Who is this? Suna. Hi. Something.
Fireworks are for now, but friends are forever.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Take it easy.
Oke.
Take it easy. Easy money. Take it easy.
The fuse is lit! Ooh, let me open it.
Oke. I can focus on Archon. Thank you. I need to go finish this very quickly. Where is my progress? Jalan lagi. Siapa ya? Kana pintu nih, oke. Ayolah, aku mau selesai ini nih. Cepetan. Kita apa lagi? Oh.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him! Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
Marcel! What are you doing?
Stop resisting arrest! No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. I erased all records of that name. So...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it? The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me. Please give me a chance to talk.
What? Give an inch and you want...
This request, is it worth...
Of course! Wait, no.
Humans. Well, very well.
Your Honor.
I will go with him. You do not...
Thank you.
What will gonna happen? Kenapa kebanyakan pada nyari ikan ya? Adalah ikan kan riset setiap hari ya. Pada berburu-buru nama.
Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Yeah, and even Paimon...
Varcher!
Ah!
Yes, that's it!
Vignier, it's me!
Varcher?
I'm here! Where...
Hey, wait!
Vignier, is that you? It's me!
Varcher? Why did you come? Didn't you?
It's been more than 20 all this time. I must be dreaming. Vignier, you are my everything. I really don't know how I...
But Varcher, if you ask me... If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a... If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the art. If not for you, I would at least have been able to... It's all because of your selfishness, Vash.
Wait, you want...
You're right. I am not Vignier. Every woman who died by your hand, as our bodies dissolved, our thoughts circulated endlessly within... I'm Cressy. The only one I am not...
Why? But then...
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril... This is what you get for your selfishness. But did you ever consider whether she'd want... You are the only thing from the moment you're...
No!
You still don't understand. But on top of... She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no...
Varcher.
Varcher? 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 Drown.
Baik gue. Masa sih kena mental. Tadi kena mental anjir. Salahnya petingkah.
Finally, we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to.
Well met, partner.
Even this weather.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh, hey, Navia!
Oh. It's everyone from Speak this time.
It's been the.
That black. Oh, by the way, well.
Huh?
Yeah, way back. I believe this. To be fair, though, she was trying to lean on our friendship.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when. Oh, and.
Oh, are you two?
It was thanks to her that we.
Oh, that's.
Anyway. Oh,
what is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave and tell him the truth. And on top of that, just how much people still look up to him to this day. That includes me, too.
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
Sure thing.
And in that case.
Yeah. You.
God, I must done now. It's too late.
Huh? Isn't that Nervalette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh?
My apologies. I
Don't sit.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I wanted to show my father how much I've grown.
In that case,
In any case.
well, there was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything. Oh, rather than that, which is also why I didn't stop. I believed that a truly innocent. But Mr. Callis proved me. If not for Mr. Callis made the choice he did, and in the end, a justice. So you asked me why I came. I just wanted to say my apologies to. This regret has filled me with that high and mighty chair in the opera Epicles indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for.
So you're
Sorry about that.
Didn't I just?
So let's not disturb.
Aha, kenapa lama sekali?
Paimon's never paid. Huh? Oh no. Anyway, Nervalette is still standing.
Oke guys, maybe vlognya sekalian aja ya. Mungkin ini yang terakhir.
Oh, it's you two. I see, I see. Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine. And
So, at court, the back.
truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. There used to be a special sea. Most of Tevat's life forms were first.
So it would.
But today, the primordial sea no longer. What Varcher discovered must have been some. Indeed. Why would the primordial sea. To be frank, that also. Is there anything. That the sea levels will rise and everyone. Does that appropriately summarize the.
That's right!
Yes, up to the present. Rumors have it that this prophecy.
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon?
2 parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels. Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken it. If the rumors were true.
But with.
Is there anything else? My apologies. However, For many years, I have been quite as a divinely created. Not only can it produce, which is all to say, I was not aware. In any case, based on Farina, while we do intend to get, if we did incur.
If you ask Paimon, the.
Is there anything? Your sibling, another blonde. If she ever, is there anything? Very well. It will soon be time for me to leave this.
You really are.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off.
Alright, Top. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
Ya, ayo, kenapa memandang terlalu lama? Shit. Akhirnya selesai. Oke. Got this. What the heck is this? Talk to Catherine. Okay, let's go. Hello, Catherine. Okay. Mission change the Fontaine. Okay, alright guys. Nah, sudah endingnya hari ini sudah sampai ya. Saya di bagian Fontaine at least. Oke guys. Sekiranya sampai sini dulu ya. Kita bisa bertemu lagi di next episode. Bye bye.